the one.
Chat, I just seen this recently. Chat, have y'all? I don't know if y'all watched this. These are like two niggas who don't like me, but this was like an interesting conversation. Apparently, Marquett and Mysonne. Apparently, Mysonne just got like some job, like all that like picket fence holding. Mysonne. Yeah, he just got a job. Apparently, he's the crime advisor. They said Mandami. This is New York, right? So the New York mayor Mandami, or the I guess the incumbent or whatever. His crime advisor is ex-con rapper named Mysonne. So he's the criminal justice advisor. Okay. Now, anyway, and I knew something was up with Mysonne because when Mysonne was broke as fuck and not trying to lobby to get a job that could possibly pay him six figures, Mysonne was obsessed with me. Like, Mysonne was like the baby mama I never had. Mysonne was like this broke bum that he would just constantly make videos and videos after me, telling me about how the culture needs to cancel me. The guy was a loser, right? Now, finally, Mandami has put this bum to work. He's kind of left the rest of us alone. But apparently, before he got the gig, he did a podcast with Marquett where he was trying to like seem like he was intellectual, except this went off the rails. Now, apparently, this is a whole conversation about like SNAP benefits, for blacks and like gender roles and shit like that. I'll play like the last couple minutes of it, which is like supposedly the best part. I'm gonna speed it up. But Mysonne like rage quits after like some conversation. I don't know who's necessarily right, but I would have to imagine that Mysonne is probably dumb as a bag of rocks. So let's see.
A different ideology than me. I don't have to do that. I don't have to demonize an individual because we have completely different ideologies.
Oh, and I did watch a little bit of it earlier. Marquette was saying, "Hey, listen, yo, you're from hip hop, but like, you kind of identify in your talking points as like a liberal white woman. Why? Because all of the initiatives and even hip hop has been infiltrated by liberal ideology and propaganda, which means hip hop historically would be critical of homosexuals. Except now that liberal ideology and propaganda has spread into hip hop, like rappers can't say the F word no more. Rappers can't even say, yo, we're not with that homosexual stuff. Rappers these days have to be with it or else they're out of here. And basically he was saying that this dude's a shill for it because all of his talking points in this debate shows that he has the talking points of a liberal white woman, not a black masculine rapper who comes from the streets. And I think that offended Mysonne because, Mysonne think he's like, I don't know, super gangster.
I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that.
The problem that we have with our political class is that to get their money from the lobbyists, the people who control them, to get the money from the interest groups, they have to tap dance. They have to lie. They can't say what they really believe. It's easier.
Now, here's a funny thing. Mysonne has always been someone who got supported by Black Lives Matter funds. Like, he was basically a paid protester. Now he's getting added on to pretty much politics if Mandami is tapping him to be the criminal justice advisor. So essentially you are kind of playing politics, or politics and these other organizations are paying you. You're not getting out of the mud.
It's easier to be popular.
I don't have any political affiliation.
Okay, I hear you. It's
but come on, Cap.
To be popular when you go with the flow, when you go with what's common. It's easy to be popular when you never stand up against anything. It's so easy to say.
I stand up against a lot.
You don't have to interrupt me. It's so easy to say. It's so easy to say, oh yeah, like, I don't judge. That's what the broads like to say. Oh, I don't judge. I'm not judging. Well, they say that because they don't want to be judged, and the reason they don't want to be judged is because they're engaging in filthy behaviors.
There you go again.
So the fact of the matter is that it's upon the man to establish the standard. It's upon the man to identify right and wrong. It's not upon the man to deal in the gray area and say, oh, it's I'm not here to judge. I don't do that, but it's okay. And then you tried to throw that on the Mr. Louis Farrakhan, and he's never said that. He said it's satanic, and he also said it's unnatural. We just heard him say it out of his mouth. But conversely, we've not heard him say anything good about it, and we've not heard him say that he condones it.
But he doesn't demonize. He says, I don't demonize you, and I still love you.
He said that it's satanic and unnatural.
I don't demonize you, and
I just played a clip, and he said it's satanic and unnatural.
Did you listen to the full clip, bro?
I just heard him say it's satanic and unnatural.
Okay.
So for you being a person who's not a gay ally, you sure as hell can't just accept where we're at with it and move on. You're really bent. You're bent on the idea that Minister Farrakhan did not condemn them. You're really bent on pushing that.
I'm not bent on anything.
You are bent on that. And here's the crazier thing. This is why that Barack Obama stuff, that liberal white woman ideology, I know it's got hold of you, because you have not been so passionate about discussing the black issues as much as the LGBTQ. And that's the same thing we dealt with Barack Obama. Barack Obama was all about the LGBTQ, and he ain't do nothing for black people.
But you're the only one that keep bringing that up.
No, that's you.
When you go back in this conversation, you started off with, what do you think about gays? Then you said the Minister Farrakhan would be answered. We was talking about who built something in America. And you started talking about the Minister Farrakhan, and you said the Minister Farrakhan will be completely against it. You did that. That was your statement. I didn't bring up gays. Once again, you brought up gays. You
did bring up gay language, and that's part of the conversation. You were saying partner, and that's gay language, my boy. That's gay language.
Who said that? The word
you said partner. You started that way earlier.
Started in the gay. What are you talking about?
Yes. Let me educate you. You asked me a question. I'm gonna answer your question. I'm going to answer your question. You asked me a question. Let me answer it.
Why is it?
You said partner started with the gays, and my answer is yes. And here's how. The gays have made every effort to remove gender from relationships.
Now, this is kind of like an interesting conversation, because I personally, I kind of, I hate to agree with Homie. Well, not really like either of these guys, but Homie's making a point. He's like, yo, you're like this hip hop rapper from New York. And he's saying basically the LGBTQ community has bitched you. You're over here arguing and defending them when you're a rapper from New York that historically wouldn't give a fuck about their agenda. Not necessarily go against it, but you just wouldn't give a fuck about their agenda. But now you have to, because you're a political shill damn near. Which, by the way, I agree. Like, Mysonne is no different than Mano and Jim Jones. They couldn't get money in the streets. They couldn't get money in rap. He just turned to politics. They turned to being pod boys. He turned to politics.
Instead of saying boyfriend or girlfriend, because these people are non-binary, they can't look below the belt and figure out what they are. They have to introduce gender-neutral terms in gender-neutral bathrooms. So you're not a boyfriend. You're interrupting again. May I respond? You asked me a question. May I respond? May I respond? And when the truth comes out, they always. So what they do is they use the term partner to remove gender from terms like boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, and wife. Partner is 100% an LGBTQ term that they've pushed out to the masses, just like
the wheels are slowly turning for him.
Non-binary. And why do you keep interrupting? Why do you keep having to interrupt? You feel so strongly. You're so emotional about this.
So it kind of comes down to, he's arguing that, hey, listen, LGBTQ has kind of like infiltrated hip hop. It's changed the way how people use terminology that historically everybody would understand and not be offended. Like, for example, you could say, yo, that's my woman. And for, this was earlier in the conversation, Mysonne was like, yo, that's ratchet to say that's my woman. It's better you say that's my partner. So Marquett said, well, listen, brother, that change in terminology to make you feel comfortable of that's my woman to that's my partner, it's an LGBTQ type of shift. And the reason why that shift occurs is because they want to eliminate the gender affirming, oh, that's my woman, to say something that's ambiguous, like, for example, that's my partner. So that's what he's arguing.
But you keep interrupting. You're so emotional about it.
As a girl,
1 second. You're so emotional. You keep interrupting. You're so emotional. You keep interrupting.
I'm asking a question. What if you don't want to?
But you don't have to interrupt to ask the question.
Or you're a grown man as a boyfriend, and you don't want to. You don't have a wife or a husband. What would you call that person? What would be a good?
I'll give you an example. A lot of guys, especially in the South, you say my old lady. You say my woman. It's been going on for hundreds of years. Okay. The fact that you're playing dumb is very embarrassing because people are watching you and they're like, why is he pretending?
I don't like to use the term woman.
Why is he pretending as though he can't call a woman a woman? You just said using the term woman is a ghetto term. Did you just say that?
No, that's not a professional term. This is my woman.
It is your woman.
That's some ghetto shit.
That's not ghetto. Woman is a word in formal English. It's not slang. This is my woman. That's not ghetto at all.
That's slang.
No, that's actually not slang. And furthermore, girlfriend is not slang. You can say girlfriend. We've been using that for a long time. You can say it's my wife. You can say it's my old lady.
Any individual. We were talking about.
So you're trying to justify something that is unjustifiable. Partner came from the LGBTQ. That's full stop. That's a fact.
Okay.
That's a fact. There's no negotiating. It's a fact.
I've never had any conversation inside the LGBT area.
I agree with you. I totally believe you. I totally believe you. But that's my point. You're so brainwashed by the liberal white woman that you're speaking like her, and you don't know where the words came from. It's just like when white people start trying to talk in slang and they don't know, like, oh, this word came from Louisiana. Oh, this word came from the Bay Area in San Francisco. But they're trying to talk like us, but they don't fully understand the origins because it's not their culture. Similar with you. You're a black man from New York talking like a white woman from Orange County, and you don't realize that word came from the San Francisco.
Oh, nah. Yo, just out of respect, Mysonne, pick up that sign, man. Pick up that, you know what I mean? Pick up that protesting sign, man. Be like, nigga, you ain't gonna talk to me like that.
No, LGBTQ mafia. That's what happened.
You're a black man.
I'm the black man.
No, you're a black man.
I'm the black man.
A black man who's talking like he has he has some complex. He has to prove something.
I'm the black man.
Or try to sound strong every time.
No, it's because you keep interrupting. Every time I talk about your homosexual buddies, you interrupt.
That's the thing that you keep doing. You keep trying to sound tough or sound strong.
I'm not trying to sound tough because we're not in person. Like I would never try to sound tough. I think you're plenty tough. I don't need to sound tough to you. Like between the two of us, I think we all agree you're tougher. You're tougher. That's what I'm saying. You got that. So why are we trying to sound tough? What are you talking about?
I don't know why you're trying to be aggressive or trying to diminish something.
No, we're not being aggressive. I just don't condone your ideology.
Now, here's the thing. Marquett might not know what an NFT is, but cooking a nigga like Mysonne, who is a low IQ individual, is pretty easy.
But it's not about I don't have an ideology, and you keep trying to put ideology on me. And once again,
you don't have an ideology. You just don't know what it is.
Okay,
you don't know what it is.
All I'm gonna say is this: we leaving this conversation alone. You have your old lady, you have all that. I was talking about just in general. Two people have a partnership. Now that was my ideology. If that's your ideology is different, cool. I don't have any white women ideology. I utilize the word partnership because to me, it's two people that come together and they form a union.
That's not where you got that from.
Well, you can't tell me where I got something from.
No, I know. I can't tell you.
You just met me today. What are you talking about?
Oh, you're the one who invented the term partner to describe your spouse? You invented that? You invented that?
Partner been around spouses before. You think that you're the first?
No, that's a new thing. When people used to say, "Oh, my partner," they were referring to their business partner. That's how I know you're lying. Because it was commonly used as a term for business partner. It's only recently being used to describe your spouse. So you're lying.
It's not true.
No, that's a fact.
No, it's only recently been used to you in that term. That's what you were introduced to it. So don't tell me what I learned.
Okay, well then you tell me, where did you learn that from? Like, how did you invent that?
Because at this point we're going around in a circle talking about the same stuff.
Real quick though, how did you invent the term partner to describe your spouse?
Anything. I utilized the term because it was more comfortable for me because I thought I wanted a partnership rather than saying my woman. To me, sounded ghetto, and saying my girlfriend when I'm a grown man is not my girlfriend. And if you're not my wife, then there's no need to say my wife. So the word partner was talking about two people that are in a relationship that you don't actually identify as a girlfriend or a marriage. Is a partnership. It's two people that come together to form a partnership. That was my ideology. Whatever you got or where you got it from, that's on you. I no longer want to talk about this. So let's end this because it's been 2 hours and I got things to do. And I appreciate the dialogue.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for coming on. Until next time.
Okay.
Damn. Got the fuck on out of there, man. Anyway, at least this bum Mysonne is going to be able to collect a check while being the criminal justice, advisor for the new mayor, Mayor Mondami. At least we got this nigga a job, man. At least we got this nigga a job. Okay? Okay. Cool. Let me see. Here we go. All right. Oh. Yo, did y'all see the whole K-Flock thing? This was